Swallowed Star 492 Swallow Mound. Chapter 492, Swallow Mound. After a while, Luo Feng left the ancient forest with this team. No trouble at all. I guess I've trained enough, we can return. We'll go together, it'll be safer that way. The silver-armored youth was very excited as he thought about it. This black-armored skinny youth before him was obviously one with less experience, and if he went out to explore by himself he might die. Since he was returning to home, they might as well bring him along. The feeling of saving someone feels good. The silver-armored youth thought. I haven't introduced myself. I'm Naku, and you? The silver-armored youth smiled and looked at Luo Feng. I'm called Feng. Luo Feng replied. Feng. The silver-armored youth nodded, exclaiming, good name. Big Brother Feng is obviously older, I'll call you Big Brother then. When we return to our Swallow Mound city, if you have time, I'll show you around. I grew up in the city after all. Swallow Mound? Luo Feng smiled and nodded. According to the Virtual Universe Company's information, even though it was pretty detailed, however, Blood River World was after all too vast a world. There was no way for it to explain everything. It could only give a brief introduction of everything. At the same time, if they explained too much about many of the secrets, it wouldn't have the same training effect on the core members. According to the information, in Blood River World, the native strength was separated into ground level, sky level, clouds level, domain level, world level, undying spirit. It actually coincided with the universe's star traveler level, star level, universe, domain lord, sector lord, and undying level. And the cities of Blood River World were mainly separated into territorial cities or world cities. The territorial city was the core of a territory. Every leader of these territories were definitely a domain level, domain lord. The world cities were the core of the world, and the leaders of these were definitely sector lords. In the vast Blood River World, every world city had a diameter of hundreds of millions of km or even billions of kilometer. The population ranged in the trillions or more. In Blood River World, there were over 10 million world cities. Above these world cities there were even the Undying Palaces. The Undying Palaces are high in ranking, and they normally didn't interfere with the normal matters of Blood River World. It looks like the place that I descended belongs to the Swallow Mound territory. Luo Feng thought within, Swallow Mound Territorial City should be a core city within the surrounding 10 million kilometers, and the city leader is most probably a domain lord warrior. I require Blood River crystals. However, the information given by the Virtual Universe Company never explained anything about the crystals. It only states that the crystals were treasures of the world. Any idiot would know they were treasures. The Virtual Universe Company already called this huge continent Blood River. Wouldn't the Blood River crystal be extremely important? Luo Feng calculated within. The Blood River world had long had their own word system. Once I enter the city, there should be some books in the city that I can buy. I'll find out the details of the crystals through these books. Through enchantment and several techniques he could interrogate others. However, asking them wouldn't be as detailed as reading the books. A territorial city with an area of 10 million km would definitely be advanced and would have what he needed. In advanced places, currency is definitely important. The materials I got from hunting the beasts should be worth quite a bit. Luo Feng long had a plan of what he needed to do. He was an outsider after all. His identity had to be kept secret. Since he had just entered Blood River World, it was better to remain low profile. This was also why when he first landed in the forest, he didn't fly straight towards the city, as hunting and acquiring materials in the forest could get him some money. And that 10,000 kilometers area forest could only be considered a normal wild beast forest. The beasts were at most star level 8 or 9. There wasn't a single universe level. The silver-armored youth chatted with Luo Feng, as the tall and sturdy Thunder Uncle and the other guards all stared at them. This dumb little punk must be extremely lucky to have our group of brothers protect him. The young master is too kind. If it were me, I couldn't be bothered. Hee brothers, speaking about it, just now we saw this Feng turn stupidly around at the manga beast flying over at him. His face was filled with shock and fear. I can't help but laugh at that scene. Haha, I really don't know how this stupid punk dares to enter the wild beast forest. Luckily we were only on the outer regions and haven't met any powerful wild beasts, otherwise he would have become their shit long ago. The guards chatted behind. Shut up. The tall and sturdy Thunder Uncle ordered. The group of guards immediately stopped. Be careful, even though we are already on the way back, there's still thousands of km to go. There's usually bandits about. Captain, with you around, which small bandit would dare approach us? Yeah, that will be suicide. The tall and sturdy man glanced at Luo Feng. Towards this stranger that they saved along the way, he remained wary. The young master's kind heart made him helpless. Because he was very clear that this was a world that favored the strong. All sorts of scheming, backstabbing and slaughter happened all the time. Having a kind heart was disadvantageous to the young master in such a world. The master spoils the young master too much. He wants to wait till the young master matures before letting him taste some hardship. The tall and sturdy man shook his head. TSK, is the genius archer afraid? The tall and handsome youth's expression slowly turned cold. With a snort, you didn't expect me to catch you outside the city, right? Young Master Yu Feng. A booming voice resounded. The tall and sturdy man took a step forward, gazing at the tall and handsome youth's group and saying seriously, My family's master and the Yu family have some connections and relationships. I hope young master you won't do anything rash. I'm speaking right now. Did I say it was your place to speak? The tall and handsome youth angrily roared and his expression pained. Get lost. Yu Feng, you shut up. The silver-armored youth roared. Haha, pure and kind Naku, haven't you grasped the situation yet? Outside the city, your father cannot come save you. The tall and handsome youth's expression was struggled. The muscles in his face twitched and his eyes resembled a venomous snake staring coldly. I haven't forgotten how you humiliated me half a year ago. Beside them, Luo Feng frowned. The enemy's party was obviously superior. The large group behind this Yu Feng was made up of just the 10 underlings alone. There was 1-star level 9 and 9-star level 7 or 8s. And this side, Naka's strongest warrior, that Thunder Uncle, was only a star level 6 or 7. We are in big trouble. The tall and sturdy Thunder Uncle was worried within. The warriors in this team have about half of the Yu family's strongest. So many strong warriors following a little kid out seems strange. Captain, what do we do? Captain, behind that young Master Yu, there's that dripping blood blade warrior, who is one of their 3 strongest in the family. He's a sky-level pinnacle warrior. Just him alone would be enough to decimate us. The team was flustered. The silver-armored youth's eyes contracted. He stared angrily at the young master on the beast and roared, Yu Feng, whatever you have, just bring it at me. Ah, just like a true warrior. What a presence. The tall and handsome youth snorted and laughed, following which his expression changed and he roared, Men, teach a good lesson to this group of people. However, don't kill them. Yu Feng ain't that vicious. Also, grab the Naku and tie him up. I want to bond with him well. Yes. The group of warriors on the beasts replied together. Hua! The tall and sturdy Thunder Uncle along with the other guards all brandished their weapons together. The young master on the beast laughed coldly. Whoever resists, kill immediately. Of course, don't kill young Master Naku. After all, he's my good brother that I grew up with. Go! Immediately the group of intrepid warriors flew from the backs of the beasts and headed towards Naku's little team.